Alright guys, how's it going? In this video we're going to be talking about Florian Wirtz, that's right. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've not really been, touching on it too much in terms of, churning out videos because of every claim and counterclaim and every suggestion, every rumour surrounding him. Which right now, what is the biggest talking point concerning Liverpool Football Club? It's the possibility of signing Florian Wirtz, right? So if you're a content creator, which I do not consider myself, but if you're one of those people that do consider themselves a content creator or a Twitter twat, or you've got a website that just aggregates Liverpool news, then you are going to want to publish as many articles written as possible, and record as many videos, and maybe host live streams and just talk about everything to do with Florian Wirtz, because Florian Wirtz is selling right now, right? So that's why you're seeing all the accounts on X mentioning every fucking thing they can about him, right? Because, right? So that's number one. That's one thing that you've got to be highly suspicious of with all the various rumours and claims that are being made, right? Now, so people come on my live streams and they'll say, what do you think, don't you reckon it might happen? And I'm like, look, I'd be surprised, but if Liverpool Football Club would be surprised that it happened, then I can be surprised too, right? Because Liverpool, if you listen to the big guns, they think he's going to go to Bayern, right? Some people think he might even stay where he is. I don't think Liverpool expect to sign him, right? So that's kind of my attitude too. But they're obviously in the mix. They're in the mix, right? And you could say, well, hang on, it's suspicious, we're being linked with him. They want it out there because, first of all, you don't leak your interest in a player unless it benefits you somewhere along the line, right? So where would this benefit Liverpool Football Club? When the big guns started chiming in about it, right, saying, oh, Liverpool, you're very, very serious about it, the first thing I think is, why am I hearing that? Who does it benefit? And it can only benefit Liverpool Football Club. So it's not to show to the fans. I know some fans think this, oh, it shows we're an elite club, we're serious, we tried, but we couldn't do it kind of thing. The reason I think Liverpool Football Club are happy to have it out there through those big gun journalists, is because they've got nothing to lose, really. And I think the only possibility of making this deal happen is to get in the player's head. But if you have followed, Florian Wirtz's speculation surrounding his future for a long time, and not just the last few days or week, you would know that the industry, they expect him to move to Bayern. I monitor the Spanish football dailies every day. Every time it's come up to do with Florian Wirtz and Real Madrid, for example, it's been like, well, there's no point even going there because he's going to Bayern. Everybody expects him to go to Bayern. And it's all German journalists that are all over this at the moment. And again, I'm not going to name the journalists, but I see some big name journalists and people seem to think, well, that's a big name journalist from Germany, so they must know what's going on. But you have to remember that sometimes these fuckers are like trying to help people and they've also, the agenda. That's an easier way of saying it. So some of the claims today, for example, Michael Edwards is flying out to Boston to get the funds approved. Have you ever heard anything so fucking stupid in all your life, really? Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that? He's gonna jump on a first-class flight to Boston, or maybe slum it in business class, and he's going out there to say, all right, can we have the money for this? They know what money they've got to spend, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? John Henry employs someone to run the fucking club and run the business side of it, the football side of it. So if Edwards says, we're going to do this with the kitty, then he won't be much of an employer, John Henry and co, FSG in general, if Edwards has to get approval to do it. Either I'm in charge of football or I'm fucking not, right? So I just find it extremely laughable about that claim. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not a Twitter twat. I don't know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to pretend I know what's going on. But it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. We saw Edwards only this week, was it? A couple of days ago, maybe yesterday. You know what my memory's like. Apparently being wanted by, was it Al Hilal? Was it them? All right. And, if he was going out to Boston, I'd be more likely for John Henry to go, get your fucking ass out here. We just fucking set you on, set up a full, system around you, the people that you wanted to work for you. And now you're thinking about you're entertaining them fuckers out there. That's why I'd be having him going to Boston, not to come to me to get approval to sanction a deal. It doesn't make sense. But let's see if, Paul Joyce chimes in later and says, yes, he's gone to Boston for that. It's all very weird, is what I think. It's all very, very weird. So, I think Liverpool are happy for the big gun journalists that they work with to associate their name with this player, all right? And the reason I think that is Liverpool have got nothing to lose, right? Because if the player is absolutely hell-bent on going to Bayern, and I don't need you to tell me when the last time them clubs did business, right? If that's what's going to happen, the only way Liverpool have got, I think, of stopping it is by getting, in his head. And how do you get in his head? By the maximum amount of exposure and reporting and throwing things in there left, right and centre. And don't forget that Wirtz himself and his agent can use Liverpool with all these bizarre claims that just so happen to be coming out of Germany to get a better deal, right? And we can talk about not selling to a rival. These players have got the fucking power, right? These players have got the power at the end of the day. I find it all very suspicious. But I would also say that you never say never in football. You just don't. And, if Liverpool don't think that they can make this happen, so if they did, anything would be a bonus, wouldn't it? So I'm not getting all caught up in it, to be honest. I'm not reading all this shite on here. It's you guys that are bringing it to me and saying, this has been said. All right, okay. Do you know what I mean? It's like I think that Ryan Shirky, for example, what's he, about 20 million quid or something like that. Very good player. That's got FSG written over it. Wirtz hasn't got FSG written all over it. But if the price is right and they can get in his head, then of course it can change things. It can. So do you think it will happen? I have no idea if it will happen. Do Liverpool have a chance? Yeah, they have a chance. I think they have a chance. I do. Some people say, well, and some people cling on to everything. They'll say, well, if you didn't want Liverpool, they'd have said by now. Would you? Would I thought I'd be playing Liverpool off against everybody to get everything I wanted right now? There's too much stuff coming out of Germany that just sounds like a load of shite for me, to be honest with you. But then you have had Ornstein and Joyce, for example, get behind it. You've had even fucking Rent a Tweet, Romano. But what did he say? Liverpool are seriously in it. Money's not an issue. They don't expect it to happen, but they're giving it a good go. And because Ornstein and Joyce are saying a similar thing, then you have to say, well, Liverpool would like to sign him. But they've got to get in his head to make it happen. You know what I mean? I don't even know if I'm doing a good job of explaining it, to be honest with you. But I'm very suspicious of it. I mean, I would be surprised if it happened. But the more I think about it, his existing club are going to do everything in their fucking power to sell him to Liverpool. Come on. It's a no-brainer. They will do anything for that. So you've got to think about the people that could be throwing out fake stuff to try and apply pressure to the different people involved. And even if, let's say Wirtz he's going to go and play for, he's a German boy, he's going to fulfill his dream of playing for Bayern Munich, right? If Bayern Munich start to see these different things coming out, it only needs their, big cheese to turn around and say, have you been fucking talking? Well, I'm not fucking having that. And then the agent go, hang on a minute, don't tell us what's going on. You can have fallouts in football. It happens, right? And then it collapses. So Liverpool, in my opinion, they want it out there to just try and destabilise, try and get in his head, to try and make it happen. But I'm still confused by it. Especially with that Shirky and stuff like that. That's got FSG written over it. This hasn't. So I'm trying to look at it from a point of meh, we'll see. Because anything else then is a bonus. Rather than getting your hopes up and thinking, yeah, this is what we do at Liverpool. Of course we're going to sign him. Which usually doesn't happen. But law of averages, sometimes it's got to be broken. So I'm not going down the route, and I've put this suggestion, no, well, I don't think I put it down as a suggestion. I've put this out there before, that there is, I have suspicion about these things sometimes. The kid that went to PSG, Kvaratskhelia, or what the fuck was he called? It wasn't John Smith or Jack Daniels, I know that. But, that was the same thing. Liverpool are interested in this player that everybody in the fucking world knew was going to PSG. The Casado thing, that was suspect as fuck, you know what I mean? Like, well, we'll have you if it falls through. Well, these deals will have you if it falls through. That's what those three have been like. So, my honest opinion is I haven't got a fucking clue. I'm just really confused. I'm very, very suspicious about a lot of the stuff. I do believe Liverpool's interest is genuine. I do believe it's genuine. And I think that they're using the media, our media, their media, Ornstein, Joyce especially, to just try and get in the head a little bit. So come and play for us, real football team, as Bill Shankly would say. But you're seeing a lot of stuff coming out from Germany. Germany's like this. Think about it. It's like that. England's like that. We'll see. And that's the best way. So Liverpool don't expect. All right. So I don't expect, but never say never. Might happen. I can tell you this story about this bird, right, that I fancied for fucking years. I mean, fucking years. Absolutely stunning, right? I mean, I'm a good-looking lad. But I was like, she's exactly where she's fucking banged out here. I'd give a week's wages just to sniff her knickers, that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, the same sort of thing, like, you know what I mean? Well, she's going to go, because she's going to go in another direction. That's not going to happen. But it fucking did. It did. So if I can do it, Big Dunk can pull a bird that looks like she's going elsewhere. Fucking Liverpool can do it. Do you know what I mean? It's right. It's fucking right. Never in a million years did I think anything would happen with that chick. Never. But I threw my hat into the fucking ring, slid into the DMs after a few sherbets, worked me magic, right? And she didn't go where she was expected to go. No. She went to Big Dunk. So that's my point. In life, just throw your hat in the ring, you got fuck all to lose, have you? I didn't expect anything to come of it, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you've got to step up, haven't you? Let everyone fucking know. What's the difference between Liverpool letting the journalists know and me letting, say, like, people I know in our local at the time? You know what I mean? So what I mean is I just let it be known, like, she's all right. Can't believe she's with such and such. Like, she was available, I'd have a go at it. Like, I mean, I'd have a relationship with it. And then people start chatting, don't they? Then it gets back to her, doesn't it? And she might be like, oh, fucking hell, Big Dunk likes me. Am I sure I'm doing the right thing? Fucking right. True story. You don't get this on other channels. Right, I've got a message. Oh, God, I got an email from the accountant. Fuck's sake. Oh, fuck off. I've got an unpaid invoice. There's 100 fucking euros. Sorry. Right, I'm off. There you go. What do you think? What do you think about... Are you believing all them reports from Germany? You got to watch them. I'm not going to name them, right? But there's some of them, like, X-accounts that people go, oh, easy. You see, the Liverpool fans have got this thing. I don't know if it applies to all clubs, but they want to believe something so much that they'll tell you, a journalist, it's very reliable. They just believe it. Do you know what I mean? It's suspect. A lot of what I'm seeing is suspect. But that doesn't mean it can't happen. Of course it can fucking happen. Money talks, doesn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, there is one thing. There's a massive post going around social media, X, from like a fan account. But the person behind it, from what my understanding is they're known for being a troll, right? But the thing is, people can write up something that makes it sound so believable. People read it and go, oh, thanks for letting us know. Nah, it's suspect. I think, right, when I first said to you, when this shite first came out, And I said, I'm a bit suspicious. Liverpool will want that out there. What do they want it out there for? I've come to the conclusion now that they want it out there to put pressure on. And I've got to go. I've got a phone call. Oh, dear. I gotta go. If you like this video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. Give me your opinions on this shit, for fuck's sake. And if you want to get me a beer or a coffee, please hit the super thanks button. It's the love out of the video. All right, guys. Cheers. Bye.